Warnings on interdepartmental conflict. Common warning signs of interdepartmental conflict include the following: A. Persistent conflict between departments. When the same matters of conflict keep recurring between or among departments, conflict becomes embedded and persistent. If this is not diagnosed and dealt early enough, the departments involved start accepting it as normal, and the becomes arising out of such conflict tend to be taken for granted. B. Proliferation of committees. Proliferation of committees. While committees are constituted in organization to bring about effective coordination on important issues affecting more than one department, their proliferation may paradoxically reveal the basic weakness in the organization, which lack of coordination. Proliferation of coordination committees fudge interdepartmental disputes and delay the resolution of interdepartmental conflict. C. Overloading of top management. The common tendency among departmental head is to expect the general manager or the chief executive to intervene in matter requiring coordination between departments. If issues are not resolved often enough by departmental head among themselves, the top management will be preoccupied more with such matters than deal with their main function of policy planning and relationships with important constituents outside the organization. The top management overload is another sign of inadequate coordination. D. The ritual of red tape. Coordination can take place through use of formal procedures. For example, the procedure may require that the two concerned departments should consult each other on certain specified matters, but managers may not follow this or take it seriously. When procedures are not followed or cut short, problems may aggravated. The purpose of adhering to procedures is not to perpetuate the red tape as a ritual. Where procedures are redundant or inappropriate, they need to be modified than being ignored. E. Empire building. Once coordination is provided at the level higher than the departments, the persons performing the role of coordinators may like to pre perpetuate the red tape as a ritual. Where procedures are redundant or inappropriate, they need to be modified than being ignored. E. Empire building. Once coordination is provided at the level higher than the department, the person performing the role for coordinators may like to perpetuate the institution of coordination and strengthen their role by consciously endeavoring to avoid direct cooperation and coordination among departments. Where coordination seeks to monopolize and block initiative at departmental level to achieve harmony in goals and actions at peer level. The writing on the wall is clear. Complaints. Point F. Complaints for constituents. Lack of interdepartmental coordination leads to unsatisfactory performance and affect the quality of service and relation between the organization and its constituents like the customers, suppliers, government, etc. When different departments of an organization provide conflicting information, it affects the credibility of the organization. A simple exercise which can help to pinpoint the areas of difficulty is to request the managers and members of the units to complete a form of a kind shown in figure. This particular design was originally developed for use in an investigation of an airlines and example of an completed form in which the respondent has scored in relationship shown. In his perception, coordination between flight operations and in flight service is posing serious problems. The form, however, can be adapted to suit any type of organization. Analysis of the response help to understand where there are shared perception and where problems of coordination exist and whether there is a large measure of agreement across the organization on the location of the problematic horizontal working relation. If respondents are also asked to give examples of the performance problems failing arising from the lack of coordination, the data may provide a useful basis to work towards resolving problems and achieving effective coordination.